So first things first, let's start with the T Line bicycle, since it's Brompton's most advanced. Now, it's important to remember, if you haven't seen this before at least, that a Brompton isn't just something you have to lift all the time when you're walking with it. It does in fact tow. So every single Brompton comes with a set of auxiliary wheels right here, and they're designed for when you have the stem up like this position right here, and you can actually literally tow the bicycle, much like a suitcase. So while transporting a Brompton can often mean you're just towing it, which is a great feature if you're, for instance, going to a train station and you're sort of walking along the deck as the train pulls up, you're not sure where the doors are going to open, the doors open, you're towing the bike, you bring the bike onto the train now, you fold down the bike and off you go. Great, but what if you have to walk up a flight of stairs, especially if they're quite a long set of stairs? Then of course, the lighter the bike, the better the bike for you. Now, on each individual Brompton bike, there is a handle built into the seat, but as you can see, the C line is already sort of dropping my shoulder quite a bit. It's quite heavy. The P line, which is a lot lighter because it's half of a titanium frame, is a lot lighter now. It's got great ease of use in terms of lifting, but nothing's lighter than the T line. You can just lift this baby up like this and easily walk up the stairs. So the other thing that's great about a lightweight bike is that it's fast and that it's fun. This bike feels like a little race car. It's super sporty. It just accelerates like crazy and it corners really good too. Now the Brompton T Line is the only bike in the Brompton line where you can actually buy a 1-speed. And that's for the minimalist cyclist who really wants 8.4 pounds of weight, just value something that's really light to lift, feels really fast and fun, and you know, just for bragging rights, it's the lightest bike out there. If you want something just a bit more practical perhaps, or maybe you have more hills in your route, there's also the 4-speed. 4-speed, unlike the 1-speed, offers now a really nice little climbing range and a nice range. You just want to get that bike going a little bit faster. And it uses Brompton's own derailleur system, a little 4-speed derailleur system that they also invented. And if you know anything about Brompton, they do that kind of thing. They will go to the last mile to design, you know, something that doesn't exist on the marketplace, create it and make it really awesome. And the 4-speed is a really good example of that. Their own design, offering a nice wide gear spread without, you know, a lot of weight. Finally, there's a 12-speed. The 12-speed is super intelligent. If you want a huge amount of gear range, we're talking the same gear range as like a high-end gravel bike or road bike nowadays, or even like a mountain bike, which has a massive gear range. The 12-speed is an internal gear hub mated to the 4-speed derailleur system. So you get both in one bike with 2 different shifters, left and right. And that once again just gives you this phenomenally huge gear system. And who's that for? Well, that's for someone who's maybe using his titanium bike to take on a long tour and they are suddenly, you know, in a really hilly place with really steep hills too. And this 12-speed system is going to manage that just perfectly. So we talked a little bit about how the 4-speed uses Brompton's own proprietary technology that they themselves developed. It's also important to know that it's also true with the 3-speed hub. The 3-speed hub that Brompton uses is also their own development that they did with Sturmey Archer. It's been around for quite a long time, but it just tells you like how far Brompton will go, like almost to the ends of the earth, to make things that work for their bike and work perfectly. They don't just hang on other people's parts and expect the bike to work well. If they need the proper part, they'll make it and design it themselves. But that's also true for this frame. This bike was a 12-year project. The development of this titanium bike involved them actually buying an entire factory in Northern England in Sheffield and designing their own titanium frames and tubes so that they could produce the bike that they want to see. And that's just what Brompton does. They're just known to be this engineering company where engineering comes first and other things like marketing, for instance, come second. If anything, the engineering is the marketing, and that's why people believe in the brand, is they go to the ends of the earth to make things right and to make things incredibly sophisticated and to push the envelope in terms of what a folding bike can do. So this isn't just a city bike anymore, the T Line, it's also a fantastic performance bike. A bike you could take touring and almost feels like a road bike in some ways. It could be your commuter bike or perhaps the bike you take out on the weekend with your group rides.